Shalom, family. I did not think I would be coming back this soon. I just noticed something. It's 10:01. You drop the zeros, that's 11. You see the like button here? It's 11. And then you got one comment, 11:11, and then 11 on the time. Something's up, y'all. I didn't think I was going to be coming back this soon. All praise to the Father, to the Holy Spirit, and to our brother Christ. But I just heard about this sandstorm in Iran. It says doomsday feeling as strong sandstorm sweeps across yachts in Iran. These amazing pictures from Iran show a wall of dust moving through the city of Yad. Sandstorms like this occur over desert land and can reach thousands of feet into the air, spurred by strong winds. The dense cloud dramatically reduced visibility and left thousands without electricity. Okay, y'all can see these pictures here. But notice, let's see. Yeah, this is crazy. Notice how it went over Iran. And I asked, let's watch this video right quick before I finish talking. So this is crazy. Do y'all see this? I mean, why didn't they, I guess that's just like a camera outside. I'm like, why didn't they run? Is they gonna be able to breathe in that? I mean, I don't know. What's the people outside? I don't know how sandstorms work. But yeah, this is a lot. And I actually came across this because I was on my YouTube, and I'm subscribed to Secure Team, and he was talking about it.
Images of what many thought was, this sort of doomsday storm occurred today over the country of Iran, where this massive sandstorm began ripping through Iran's southern city of Yazd that literally transformed day into night, where at the same time, an extremely rare spring snow has hit several of Iran's northern provinces, along with heavy rainfall in its western provinces today. This dense cloud dramatically reduced visibility and left thousands of people without electricity, whereas just miles away from the storm, nervous onlookers sat and helplessly watched, terrified of this gargantuan wall of clouds quickly approaching toward their homes. And, looking at all of this weather and this new sandstorm just now hitting Iran, it really makes one wonder whether all of this weather is just some freak natural occurrence or is the result of a highly secretive geoengineering project, or as I like to call it, weaponized weather.
Or is it God?
Which has been well documented all over the world, wherein which technology down here on the ground, as well as the seeding and spraying of our atmosphere, clouds, and storms has been utilized to modify and control the weather of Earth. And all one has to do is a little bit of research where you will start to uncover weather modification patents that date all the way back to the year 1891, which definitely offer a keen insight as to what the so-called deep state was up to in terms of creating severe weather events. The earliest known patent, again, filed on July.
No, I don't deny that they probably do stuff to the weather, but I don't think that that's why this is happening. As I seen this, I said, Father, I'm going to open up my Bible. What do you have to say about this? Brother, what do you got to say about this? And I landed on Daniel chapter 2. Let's read it, y'all. We're going to read 2 and 3. No, we're just going to read 2. We're just going to read 2. I'm going to read 3. It's called the fiery furnace, and I feel like that's something I need to read because it's talk about the third part will be brought through the furnace. The third part will be brought through the furnace, but we're going to do that on another lesson. I'm going to read that and see because that title is drawing me in. It's making me feel like Father got something to say. But I know Nebuchadnezzar's dream, chapter 2. We're going to start in chapter 2. Let's read this. And in the second year of the reign of Nebuchadnezzar, you know what? I'm reading from my Bible. Let me pull it up on my phone so y'all can see with me. And I got my computer, y'all. Y'all know I really don't even like making videos on there that much. This seems like this is just so much more convenient. But let's see, y'all. Let's just see what's going on. So it say Daniel 2. In the second year of the reign of Nebuchadnezzar, Nebuchadnezzar dreamed dreams wherewith his spirit was troubled and sleep brake from him. Then the king commanded to call the magicians and the astrologers and the sorcerers and the Chaldeans for to show the king his dreams. So they came and stood before the king, and the king said unto them, I have dreamed a dream, and my spirit was troubled to know the dream. Then spake the Chaldeans to the king in Syriac, O king, live forever. Tell thy servants the dream, and we will show the interpretation. The king answered and said to the Chaldeans, the king is gone from me. If you will not make known unto me the dream with the interpretation thereof, ye shall be cut in pieces, and your houses shall be made a dunghill. But if you show the dream and the interpretation thereof, ye shall receive of me gifts and rewards and great honor. Therefore show me the dream and the interpretation thereof. They answered again and said, let the king tell his servants the dream, and we will show the interpretation of it. The king answered and said, I know of a certainty that ye would gain the time, because you see the thing is gone from me. But if you will not make known unto me the dream, there is but one decree for you. For ye have prepared lying and corrupt words to speak before me till the time be changed. Therefore tell me the dream, and I shall know that ye can show me the interpretation thereof. The Chaldeans answered before the king and said, this is not a man upon the earth that can show the king's matter. Therefore, there is no king, lord, nor ruler that asks such things at any magicians or astrologers or Chaldeans. So this is so funny because Nebuchadnezzar, he didn't even want to tell them the dream. He wanted them to tell him his own dream before he told them. So he knew that they knew the interpretation because they knew the dream. That's so funny. And it is and it is a rare thing that the king, that's so funny. This is crazy. And it is a rare thing that the king requireth, and there is none other that can show it before the king, except the gods whose dwelling is not with flesh. They're like, we cannot do that. You got to talk to God. Like, for this cause the king was angry and very furious, and commanded to destroy all the wise men of Babylon. And the decree went forth, and the wise men should be slain. And they sought Daniel and his fellows to be slain. Then Daniel answered with counsel and wisdom to Arioch, the captain of the king's guard, which was going forth to slay the wise men of Babylon. He answered and said to Arioch, the king's captain, why is this decree so hasty from the king? Then Arioch made the thing known to Daniel. Then Daniel went in and desired of the king that he would give him time, and that he would show the king the interpretation. Then Daniel went to his house and made the thing known to Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, his companions, that they would desire mercies of God of heaven concerning this secret, that Daniel and his fellows should not perish with the rest of the wise men of Babylon. Then was the secret revealed unto Daniel in a night vision. Then Daniel blessed the God of heaven. Daniel answered and said, blessed be the name of God forever and ever, for wisdom and might are his. And he changeth the times and the seasons. He removeth kings. He setteth up kings. He giveth wisdom unto the wise, and knowledge to them that know understanding. He revealeth the deep and secret things. He knoweth what is in the dark places, and the light dwelleth with him. And the light dwelleth with him. Who was they talking about? Jesus. We talked about this, y'all. Right after news. He is the light, and the light dwelleth with him. That's Jesus. The light dwelleth with God. Now it say it all through your Bible. I keep telling y'all, I thank thee and praise thee, O thou God of my fathers, who has given me wisdom and might, and has made known unto me what was desired of thee. For thou hast now made known unto his king's matter. Therefore Daniel went into went in unto Arioch, whom the king had ordained to destroy the wise men of Babylon. He went and said thus unto him, Destroy not the wise men of Babylon. Bring me in before the king, and I will show unto the king the interpretation. Then Arioch brought in Daniel before the king in haste, and said thus unto him, I have found a man of the captives of Judah that will make known unto the king the interpretation. The king answered and said to Daniel, whose name was Belshazzar, Art thou able to make known unto me the dream which I have seen and the interpretation thereof? Daniel answered in the presence of the king and said, The secret which the king have demanded cannot the secret which the king have demanded cannot the wise man, the astrologers, the magicians, the soothsayers show unto the king. But there is a God in heaven that revealeth secrets and maketh known to the king Nebuchadnezzar what shall be in the latter days. Pay attention. What shall be in the latter days? Thy dreams and thy vision of thy head upon thy bed are these. As for thee, O king, thy thoughts came into the mind upon thy bed, which should come to pass hereafter. And he that revealeth secrets make it known to thee what shall come to pass. But as for me, this secret is not revealed to me, for any wisdom that I have more than any living, but for their sakes that shall make known the interpretation to the king, and that thou mightest know the thoughts of thy heart. Thou, O king, sawest, and behold, a great image. This image, whose brightness was excellent, stood before thee, and the form thereof was terrible. The image's head was of a fine gold, his breast and his arms of silver, his belly and his thighs of brass, his legs of iron, his feet part of iron and part of clay. Thou sawest till that a stone was cut out without hands, which smote the image upon his feet that were of iron and clay, and brake them to pieces. Then was the iron, the clay, the brass, the silver, and the gold broken to pieces together, and became like the chaff of the summer threshing floors. And the wind carried them away, that no place was found for them. And the stone that smote the image became a great mountain, and filled the whole earth. This is the dream, and we will tell the king the interpretation thereof before the king. The stone that smote it became a great mountain. Thou, O king, are kings of kings, for the God of heaven hath given thee a kingdom, power and strength and glory. And wheresoever the children of men dwell, the beasts of the field and the fowls of the heaven hath he given into thine hand, and hath made thee ruler over them all. Thou art this head of gold. And after thee shall rise another kingdom inferior to thee, and another third kingdom of brass, which shall bear rule over all the earth. And the fourth kingdom shall be as strong as iron. For as much as iron breaketh in pieces, and subdueth all things, as iron that breaketh all things shall it break in pieces and bruise. Now that's talking about Babylon still, because it say that it's going to destroy Israel, and then God going to destroy it. And whereas thou sawest the feet and toes, part of the potter's clay and part of iron, the kingdom shall be divided, but there shall be in it of the strength of iron, for as much as thou sawest the iron mixed with mere clay. And as the toes of the feet were part of iron and part of clay, so the kingdom shall be partly strong and partly broken. In Babylon, they over there fighting, they partly strong, partly broken. Because they got all these disagreements amongst themselves. You know what I'm saying? They don't even know. You got everybody, they trying to, and you got Manuel Macron trying to be the intercessor for every dang on body. Now I told y'all in my video. And whereas thou sawest iron mixed with mere clay, they shall mingle themselves with the seed of man, but they shall not cleave one unto another, even as iron is not mixed with clay. And in the days of these kings shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom. What kings? These 10 kings that rise with the beast. These 10 kings that rise with the beast. In the days of these kings shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall never be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. So in the days of these kings shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom. So these kings, they gonna be here, but in the day, in their time, God gonna come and set up his own kingdom, which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people. And this kingdom shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, all the other kingdoms. And it shall stand forever. For as much as thou sawest that the stone was cut out of the mountain without hands, and that it brake in pieces the iron, the brass, the clay, the silver, and the gold, the great God have made known to the king which shall come to pass hereafter, and the dream is certain, and the interpretation thereof is sure. The king of Nebuchadnezzar fell upon his face and worshipped Daniel, and commanded that they should offer an oblation and sweet odors unto him. The king answered unto Daniel and said, of a truth it is that your God is a God of gods and Lord of kings and a revealer of secrets, seeing thou couldst reveal this secret. Then the king made Daniel a great man and gave him many gifts and made him ruler over the whole province of Babylon and chief of the governors over all the wise men of Babylon. Then Daniel requested of the king. He set Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego over the affairs of the province of Babylon. But Daniel sat in the gate of the king. Now, what's the next thing he did after this, y'all? He made an idol. He made the Nebuchadnezzar, the king, made an image of gold. The abomination of desolation is here, y'all. It's coming. All right, we gonna get into Daniel 3 on another time, because I gotta read it to myself and I gotta get an understanding of what I need to tell y'all. But shalom, family. Till we meet again. All glory goes to the Father, Holy Spirit, and to our brother Christ. Shalom.